I would say when I was starting, I would look for help. Like I go to my husband, I want to start this. He would tell me that's too small. I would go to my parents, and nobody really supported me initially. And I realized, hey, wait a minute, I'm relying on other people to mold my future. So when I found this was the business I wanted to do, I just went telling them I'm going to resign and I'm going to do this kind of business. And nobody really supported me. I was on my own, and they brought all the risk. They told me you need to have a buffer because if it fails, you won't make it. And I told them, yeah, in life is taking risks, and until you can take a risk, you cannot succeed. And I took up the risk. They were all scared, but I can tell you 7 years down the line, they are very proud of me because I have made it. So I would tell people to dive and take the risk, because it's after taking that risk you can succeed. Chances are you will fail, chances are you will find handles. I have found huge handles, but I have managed to move forward because of the passion that I have and because I know what I want to achieve. And my achievement is not so much of the profits and the money. Of course, that's part of it, but my achievement is at the end of the day to see a legacy. Lives I have touched, people that have grown, my staff and all the way, and that is what really puts a smile. That's what gives me the drive to keep going, that somebody else will benefit from an act resulted from me. All the seeds that we are using for French bean sugar snaps, they are actually imported from Holland, from wherever, and we bring them home. Initially, it used to work very well. A good example I can give you is I had started a project with some growers near my village, and this was the closest I could get to my dream. And we did very well initially with French beans, but then suddenly the variety of the seeds that did well in that area, there were no more. That is Teresa variety. It wasn't there. It was out of stock. I tried to introduce other varieties that were new. They all failed. Unfortunately, I had to close that group because there was nothing much we could do. So for me, I feel if research and development can be brought, to where the end user is, it would help quite a lot, because they are able to try in the same climatic conditions, and they are able to see what diseases, because the diseases are there, the pests are there, how best that can be developed. And I think that's something the EU would really do well, to try and see the modalities of how they can help us. Found help, like I mentioned earlier, from PIP, Colesipi. They are able to help us, and I'm looking forward to probably collaborating with the same organization because it has worked very well. My next project is I want to throw a challenge for them to make sure our avocados don't have spots and we can sell them in Europe. My sugar snaps don't have spots and we can sell them. And when they do not have these spots, then it means there is more money for me, there is more money for the small grower, more money for the government.